Caribbean Music Festival. This is the first installment of the festival. It's an annual event that will be taking place starting off this year, 2025. Now, I will be your host this afternoon, going into evening with my husbands. And let me just let you all know, first of all, what is going to happen at One Caribbean Music Festival. To the media houses that are here, and of course, all the specially invited guests. I see Miss Universe Trinidad and Tobago, Janelle Thong, who is here. We'd like, thank you so much for being here with us. And I know the other guests that are making their way in, we will definitely acknowledge them. We also see Rome is here as well. We'd like to thank you for being here. And most importantly, to all the sponsors who made this possible, which we will definitely acknowledge, because without them, this would not be possible, along with the team at One Caribbean Music Festival. Now, to start things off, I know most of you already know, it is public knowledge, the main act that everyone is excited to see after 13 years from the last time he was here in Trinidad and Tobago. We speak of Vibes Cartel. But we want to acknowledge the lineup of cast, and we also have 2 additional persons that were added to the cast, and I know some of you already heard it today on the radio, but to make it very clear and official, who will be performing at the One Caribbean Music Festival. We speak of Lady Lava, of course, one of our dancehall queens coming out of Trinidad and Tobago, representing the red, white, and black, and making sure that she shows that we could stand in the arena of the dancehall fraternity. Of course, a Ghana princess, Molly Dawn with Shake It. Everybody knows this song. If you cover your face, we already know what time it is, right? So the ladies know what to do already. What about the Ethiopian king himself, Sizzla Kalonji, who is going to be here to bless us with his hits and make sure that we set the mood right. And just added to the cast, Chronic Nord, no stranger, new on the scene, giving us hits that many of our young people and you yourself know about. Also, Molly Dawn, another hit maker, very young and fresh on the dancehall scene. And of course, we get ready to see the dancehall king himself, Vibes Cartel, the teacher. And I hope that you all are ready to see what is going to take place here, because it's going to be a memorable experience, one that is going to showcase Trinidad and Tobago on a global stage, because you all witnessed what took place from Jamaica, making all his way to Barbados, to the United States was the last place that he touched, and we saw 2 sold-out shows, so you can imagine what is going to happen when it comes to Trinidad and Tobago. This is the capital when it comes to the party capital of the region, Trinidad and Tobago. So with that being said, I would like at this time to give you some quick insight of what the layout is going to look like on the day of One Caribbean Music Festival. This is not a fete. This is not just a party. It's a festival with an experience that you're going to be blown away. So at this time, all of you to please pay attention to the screens behind me. And if you're near screen, please take a look at what the layout is going to look like on May 31st at the Queen's Park, Savannah.
Baby, you're nice and clean. Baby, you're nice and clean. Baby, you're nice and clean. You girl, make money every day, but we feeling good. Money, ignite the world. Money make my dream come true. Let me love it and you wine me, girl. I forget a night with her. Let me love it and you wine me, girl. Swing it round so, bring it right back. Addy Jackie girl, come on my track. Me a give you the steel, so you better buy black. Current in a wall, all that a gun shock. Then we connect, satellite drop, volcano erupt. What a sight that, bubble like champagne, buckle down pop. Yeah, me under a vibe, 45 pack. Make money every day, but we feeling good. Money, ignite the world. Money make my dream come true. Let me love it and you wine me, girl. I forget a night me down. Let me love it and you wine me, girl. Lay down pan clean sheet. Now if you say thanks, make me see it, please. Yeah, your bumper so big you want 3 G's. Now your teeth now yellow like cheesies. Put your hand by your knee, please. Rotate waistline to the degrees. Yeah, you're hot, you're not cold, you're not deep freeze. Tell a boy say you're not give no freebies. You girl, make money every day. Bubble for me boo. Money, money ignite the world. Money make my dream come true. Money love it when you wine me girl. I forget a night with her. Money love it when you wine me girl. Nobody can judge you. Nobody can judge you. Nobody can judge you. Nobody can judge you. Baby, me love you. Baby, me love you. Baby, me love you. Nobody can judge you. Make money every day. Bubble for me boo. Money, money ignite the world. Money make my dream come true. Money love it when you wine me girl. I forget a night with her. Money love it when you wine me girl.
So you'll see a clear idea, an AI version of what it will look like on May 31st at the Queen's Park, Savannah. Now, if you realize on the stage is something that's never been done before, where usually we know backstage is a place where most persons will get in free. Yeah, I can laugh too because I get a backstage pass when I get in free. But when you get in free, you are at the back of the stage and you're unable to take in the show, and then the security will let you know you cannot pass this entrance here because this is only for the VIP or VVIP. Now, here the twist with this. The backstage is not free. No, it's not. You have to pay for the backstage access with backstage parking, and if you paid attention, the backstage viewing is on the stage. So that package, which is a $5,000 package, is where you will be on the stage witnessing everything in the moment and getting VIP treatment from all-inclusive food, all-inclusive drinks, premium, ultra-premium drinks and food on the stage. So if you're looking for a backstage pass, yeah, you have to pay. All right? It is not like the traditional way, which you saw. Now, I know most of you also saw where you're seeing other persons on the stage. That is actually where the cabanas are. When you saw the cabanas on stage, there are different tiers on the said stage. Now, usually the cabanas are always far away from the stage, and they up at a level, and they're like, okay, it's just still too far. But you are literally on the stage with the backstage crew, but they have an elevated level where they're able to see and interact everything in the moment. And of course, you have more of the perks when you purchase your cabanas. Now, there are different tiers to the cabanas, which I'm just going to give you briefly, which is the main things persons will want to know more about. Now, there is the World Boss level, which is 12 persons who are allowed to go in those set cabanas. There will be the lounge furniture, including cocktail tables, premium cuisines, and bottles, a range from premium drinks that you'll be getting from Angostura, just added to that, and fully stocked bar with all the chasers that are absolutely free, food inclusive, world-class service, trained professional experienced servers, hookers, and you could pre-book them, of course, private parking and entrance, private restrooms, air conditioning, VIP restroom, special upgrades, personalized decor. And when we say personalized decor, that is for anyone maybe celebrating a birthday, anniversary, or even a divorce. No, but that is how it goes sometimes. People celebrate, it's 2025, they celebrate a divorce, they're free and they're ready to mingle. Just saying, all right? And with that, you will be able to get, which I did mention, with the $5,000 package, you will be able to have access to the meet and greet, which is on the 29th of May, Thursday, the 29th of May at Hilton. So the persons who have the cabanas from the first one which I mentioned, which is the World Boss level, 5 persons out of the 12, which whoever paying all their money for that, they will choose. So just hope that you get in the 5, that you could see and meet World Boss personally. Also, there is the Wi-Fi settings, all right, that is at $45,000, and that is 12 persons, again with the lounge access, all that I mentioned before, with the meet and greet also. And then there is the Addy Spot, which is 12 persons as well. You get the premium drinks, the all access to the parking, private entrance, also private restroom, special upgrades, and if you're celebrating anything that you want us to add on, we will definitely do that with the 5 persons at the meet and greet. Now, For persons who may have already purchased the $5,000 package, I want to mention once again, you will have access to the meet and greet. That person who purchases that ticket at Hilton, and you'll have backstage access. The stage pit is where you will see that you will be on stage, like how we see how MTV is for the awards. It's something similar to that, but it's going to be on stage. Premium Ultra, all-inclusive drinks and food, and of course, you'll have the backstage parking. So if anyone tells you, get my backstage pass, just let them know that they have to pay for the backstage, right? Just a reminder. Now, at this time, at the table, I'd like to acknowledge CJ Williams, also Anushka Velaru, and also Petal. And if you all have any questions need answered, feel free to ask. Now, CJ Williams is our attorney at law with One Caribbean Music Festival. So any legal issues or information you all need to ask, you could do that. But I know that is not going to be the case here at this time, but anything that is to safeguard everyone. Now, before we go to the Q&A, I just want persons to know that the TTPS is fully involved with One Caribbean Music Festival. We are working and partnering with them in a serious way because we want to make sure that every partygoer that attends this event is safe and feels secure. We want when you come to the venue, you feel safe. When you're about to leave, you feel safe. If you want to leave early and come back, you feel safe. So we are working alongside the TTPS to make sure that it's a safe environment for everyone who comes to the said event. So at this time, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. No question is a stupid one, but the floor is yours. Anyone? Where's the mic? We have a mic, so just ask.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Everybody hearing me? Even in the back, who's talking? Petal, of course, the event had to be rescheduled because of issues with the previous venue because of Carnival. Did that in any way hamper what we are to expect at the upcoming event?
Hi, good day, everyone. Well, the previous...
Okay, hold. At this time, please, we ask persons all the way to the back, if you all could just be quiet for a moment, especially with the sound check that's happening at the Oval. It'll be a bit difficult for persons to ask the question and we could get an answer. Petal.
Hi, good day. I hope you all are hearing me. The reason for us to reschedule the event to this date was because of the venue. And for us to be able to give the patrons the experience that we wanted to give, the effect that we want, the venue that we got was not sufficient, so we had to change the venue, hence the reason why we had to change the date. And with all the events that were happening for Carnival, the Savannah was not available at the time. So the only venue we had was not sufficient for us to be able to execute what we wanted to. So now, with the change of date, we were able to get the Savannah, which is a larger venue where we could execute everything that we want, the experience for the patrons to enjoy and get something different. Because Trinidad, I don't think, ever got certain experiences with concerts, and we want to bring that with the pockets in the stage and all of that, and how the cabanas are laid out. That's what we wanted the experience we wanted to give the patrons. And that was the reason for us deciding to change the date. It was a very, very difficult decision to make because I know a lot of people were looking forward for the event. But, you know, we had to make that difficult decision and move the date. So hence the reason we changed the date.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else? Anyone in the back?
Check, check.
Yes.
Good day, Richard Rajkumar, aka Chromatics, representing our radio.fm. I wanted to know, with the abundance of talent coming out of Trinidad and Tobago, especially in the dancehall space, what was the decision or the deciding factor to choose Lady Lava to represent Trinidad and Tobago on the stage?
Okay, well, as everyone knows, Lady Lava is one of the biggest acts out of Trinidad, especially with dancehall. And internationally, she's making a lot of waves, a lot of noise in overseas. So to be able to give the experience that for people, we decided Lady Lava, and well, we tried to get a young brother, but he wasn't available. But she was the best option for dancehall. But we have other local artists also from soca, because it's one Caribbean, so it's not just Lady Lava. And we will be releasing all the local acts soon. So it's not just her, but she's one of the headlines because she's one of the major ones in Trinidad currently. But there are other soca artists like KMC, there's Pretty. So there are a number of smaller acts, but large but small, but who will form the one Caribbean. So it's not just Cartel or Lady Lava and dancehall. No, it's soca, reggae, dancehall, everything that we're trying from the Caribbean that we're bringing, even the Haitian DJ that we're bringing in, you know. So we try to incorporate as much as the Caribbean that we can. So that's why that's how we selected the artists.
Chromatic Salsa. Anyone else? I know you want to ask a question. Okay, we just need to get the mic on this side. I went cross. Yeah.
Asking for a friend. Not for me in particular. I good. I just want to know if all your ticket specials. I'm really looking at that $5,000 one, and I just want to know.
Well, I was about to mention after the Q&A for persons who, when we hear the tickets, I know I gave all the big gun specials, which we are not hearing much of on, not just on media, where persons are listening on radio and you're hearing. They have access to cabanas, but they don't have the full details. So I'll give that now, since you mentioned it. So the Tier 1 access is sold out. We know what Tier 2, so I will still give that information, where the Tier 1 was at $450 general stands, and the general is $650, and that is sold out. The VIP $1,500 sold out, and that is food inclusive. The VVIP was $2,500, and that's sold out, and that is food and drinks inclusive as well. Now we have a Tier 2 access for the general stands. It's $500 as activated already. Tier 2, $670. That is the general. VIP with food alone, you have to purchase your drinks, $1,600. And the VVIP Tier 2 activation is $2,700 with food and drink, all inclusive, and access to the stage. So you're in front of the stage. Is that fine?
No, yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
One more question.
No problem.
All you know we're going to have real traffic. How are we dealing with that? We're bad at dealing with logistics in this country. I'm not saying all here, because I know all here will be better. You know, so I just want to know how that's going to get dealt with.
Go ahead, Patel.
Well, we are working with the traffic branch of the TTPS, and we also having our own security to try to direct the traffic. I mean, it may be a little difficult because we know how Trinidad roads are, but we are trying our very best to try to alleviate as much traffic as possible. So we are working with the TTPS on this, so hopefully it works out, hopefully.
Right? That ain't sounding too good.
Anything else?
No, I finished. Thank you, Whitney. I done.
No,
somebody take the mic from me, please.
You all can ask as many questions as you like. It is fine. Anyone else? We have someone. Go ahead. Are we in school? And the teacher is in front of the class? We have anyone to the back? I think we're good there. Are we okay? What's that? When you can get what? The day before. Now, something that I think persons could use to their advantage, because I know we will be giving out more information with regards to the parking and how persons could park, because we already know the hell that takes place when you have to come to the Savannah for any event. With this being said, persons who may be coming from far places, maybe deep, deep south, you know, some persons who may live in Port of Spain, when you hear party lighters, oh, that's so far. No, we're speaking about persons who live extremely far, maybe like Point Fortin, if you're further into Gasparillo, Vista Bella, if you're in Sangre Grande, Toco, you could also access Hilton, because I know that we're working with Hilton as well, that we could find a way to work out something really nice, a nice package for individuals who may want to stay and be comfortable to go to the show, and we will make sure that you are able to go to the show and reach to your hotel room safely, so then you could get back to your main destination, safe and sound to your family. So if that is all the questions we have one more. Okay, go ahead.
Somebody else would have asked it, but how excited is Cartel, you know, to be performing in Trinidad and Tobago after such a long period? He always spoke good things about Trinidad and Tobago and his performances here in the past. Yes, he loves those.
Well, Cartel is pretty excited because Trinidad was supposed to be his first show. First, he loved Trinidad so much, but unfortunately, Jamaica, because that's where he's from, they told him he had to perform in Jamaica first, and due to the setbacks with us, he performed other places, but he's pretty excited to be in Trinidad because he always say Trinidad is his second home. And, you know, he's always excited to be here, to interact with friends and family, you know. So I know he's pretty excited to be here for the concert. And he cannot wait, I know that for sure. Because as I said, Trinidad is one of his love from always. And he's always excited and ready to give us a good show. So we don't have to worry about that.
All right, we have a gentleman in the back there. Could you just pass the mic for him, please?
Hi, afternoon, everyone. David Hartman, 104.7 FM. Just echoing off of the gentleman's question just now about traffic. Would it have a shuttle service in place for some extent, meeting somewhere?
Good question.
Yeah, well, we're still working on that because I forgot to mention that we're trying to see if we can get probably like the stadium or somewhere for persons to park and shuttle to the venue to try to alleviate that traffic that is coming into Port of Spain. So that is one of the things that we are trying to do. But when that is finalized, then we could put all that information there.
Anyone else?
Mic check 1 2. RKG from Next 99.1 FM. I have a question for the panel. Vybz Kartel, is he going to perform with a band or on tracks?
We're still working out that. Most likely tracks, but we are trying our very hardest to get him on tracks. On band. So we're still working out that. Most likely is on tracks, but we're still hoping and seeing if we can get him to perform with band.
Does that answer? RKG, you good? All right. Anyone else? So with that being said, we're going to close off our Q&A. Now, I know that persons may be wanting to ask certain questions and you're unable to at this time. Maybe you may be a bit shy or you're just not sure if you should ask. But all we ask is that you stay tuned to One Caribbean Music Festival because we are trying to make sure and put out as much information as possible so you will know everything that is happening with the show on May 31st at the Queen's Park, Savannah. Just so you know that we also have a roadshow that will be taking place leading up to the event, apart from where we mentioned on the 29th, Thursday, the 29th of May, where we'll have the meet and greet with Vybz Kartel. And of course, we don't know who friends he may just bring and who you may also meet there. And you could find out more on how you could also be a part of that other than the backstage and cabana access if you have already purchased your tickets. Now, the roadshow, we will have a lot of giveaways, including tickets, yes. So look out for that. And I'm sure you all were able to hear on radio for this week that we were giving away tickets for Mother's Day, because Mother's Day is on Sunday. So we want to give something back to a mother here today. I just need to make sure what access we're giving them. All right. So I just got word we will have a VVIP ticket to give away to a lovely mother here. Yes? Yeah, your mom loves Cartel. I just need to make sure that you are not sponsors. Right? We have to be fair, but we are definitely going to give away a Vibes Cartel VVIP ticket here today. And speaking of sponsors, we have to acknowledge our sponsors for making this event possible and partnering with the entire team. Could you all just give a round of applause for these sponsors, because we know, especially some of the promoters who are here and persons who do events, we know how difficult it could be. So please put your hands together for Angostura for making not just this possible, but also the event as well. B-Mobile, Solera, Hilton, Fire One Fireworks, Marcusson, Scaffold Tech Limited, Frontline Ticketing, FT Car Services, Mybral Insurance Brokers Limited, Cache, and Red 967, the bigger 96. Of course, if you need to find out any more information on what's going on and giveaways, you could keep it locked to Red 967 to find out more information on how the giveaways are being done. And any information that is needed, you could go on any of the social media platforms at One Caribbean Music Festival. And you could also use the hotline where you are able to find out more information about the event and the cabanas that some are still available. I know some of the cabanas have already sold out, but there are some that are still available, so feel free to contact 794-6263 to get more information on the event. Once again, this is going to be an epic event that you don't want to miss. Vibes Cartel, after 13 years, he is going to be back on our show as well. I guess I can't say because he was here this last year. Was it last year? It's last year, right? Early last year. He was here with Angostura, launching the Street Vibes, which I drank. The bartender, Angostura, mixologist. I know you all don't like me to say bartender, but the mixologist. What was the drink you gave me? The pink drink? The Street Vibes that you lit on fire? See them bad? See them bad. Lord of mercy. What he said? Is the shot? Well, you realize what's going on, right? No, but we have them there for you to try, and you make sure and try the Street Vibes from Angostura as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes what we have here today with the official launch of the One Caribbean Music Festival here. And before you all move, because we still have more drinks to pour, don't worry, we have some live entertainment in store for you. So in the meantime, DJ Dillon, give us some music and we get ready for some live entertainment. And also, just a quick reminder, before I forget, we also have the tasting of the VIP and VVIP food that will be served. So y'all could try it and let us know your thoughts on it. That is what is going to be served at VIP and VVIP and also at the cabanas as well. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen.
And if you hear this song, then go on bend your back, go on bend your knees, baby, shake it to the max. The DJ, please turn up the bass to the max. Please just rewind, let me shake it to the max. 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 Please just rewind, let me shake it to the max.